Mr. Gonzales, if you can mute your phone, I can hear a lot of background noise.
Okay.
If you're on a telephone, it'll be *6 to mute and then *6 to unmute.
Okay.
Good morning to everybody.
Good morning. Good.
So, Ms. Boulay, are you ready to go?
Good morning, I'm ready.
Thank you. And how about you, Ms. Kunkel?
Judge, I'm ready.
Thank you. We are on the record in the Colorado Public Utilities Commission's proceeding number 24M-0399TR. My name is Connor Farley. I am the administrative law judge assigned to this proceeding. It is approximately 9 a.m. on December 19th, 2024, and this evidentiary hearing, remote evidentiary hearing, is being webcast. This evidentiary hearing was scheduled in decision number R24-0870-I, dated November 25th, 2024. I will take appearances, starting with the petitioner, Mr. Gonzales. And by appearances, Mr. Gonzales, just introduce yourself. And if you could spell your name for the record, that would be great.
Yes, Judge. Good morning. Rick Gonzales. Last name Gonzales. First official name Ricardo.
Okay. Thank you for that, and welcome, Mr. Gonzales. And I will turn to staff for appearances.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Attorney General Justin Cox with the Colorado Attorney General's Office on behalf of trial staff of the Public Utilities Commission.
Thank you very much, and welcome, Mr. Cox. So as I noted at the outset, this remote evidentiary hearing was scheduled in decision number R24-0870-I that issued on November 25th, 2024. Late yesterday, I received by email, and I believe Mr. Cox, you were copied on the email from Mr. Gonzales, a request for a continuance due to some issues Mr. Gonzales has had in trying to get his exhibits ready to be presented for hearing today. Mr. Gonzales, did I characterize your email correctly? And if so, do you still want a continuance of the hearing?
Yes, sir. I would still like a continuance.
Okay. And Mr. Cox, does staff have a position with respect to the request for a continuance?
I was not able to speak with my client prior to the hearing. They can, they're on here if they can jump in and let us know otherwise, but I don't think we would be opposed to that. We are certainly ready today to go forward with the hearing as needed.
Okay, and I saw Ms. Torvik just popped up and I think said something, but you're muted, Ms. Torvik, so I didn't hear you.
Sorry, no, I don't think the PUC has a problem with continuing.
Okay. And let me ask this of Mr. Gonzales. Mr. Gonzales, staff filed a motion for summary judgment, which is still pending. They filed it on November 25th, 2024. Are you aware of that motion filed by staff? Mr. Gonzales?
Yes, Your Honor. Oh.
Yeah, go ahead. Are you aware of that motion?
Yes, and it was my understanding that if I want that during the hearing, one of the exhibits I would submit could be the rebuttal to it.
Okay. Our rules establish a timeline within which to respond to the motion for summary judgment in writing. And that's 14 days, and that time has passed. Would you like another opportunity to be able to respond in writing to that motion?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have a copy of the motion for summary judgment and all the exhibits?
Yes.
Okay. Give me just a moment. Mr. Gonzales, I'm going to give you some extra time in order to respond in writing to this motion for summary judgment. In light of the holiday season, I'm going to give you until January 10th, which is a Friday, and gives you pretty much a full week after the end of the holiday season. And over 3 weeks from today in order to respond to that motion. So January 10th will be your deadline. I'm going to issue a written interim decision, just setting that as the deadline. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait to reschedule this hearing until after the deadline for you to respond to the motion for summary judgment. I want to take a look at the motion for summary judgment and your response before I reset this for hearing. That is my plan. So again, let me just reiterate, January 10th is the deadline for you to respond. And what staff is asking me to do is to enter summary judgment in this proceeding, ending the proceeding and affirming their initial decision to disqualify you. So it's important that you take the motion for summary judgment seriously and respond to it with all arguments that you have against the initial decision by staff to disqualify you. Do you understand that, Mr. Gonzales?
I do, Your Honor. And
Okay.
the extra time will serve well. There was an email I sent. There's an Army document that I was waiting on that I hadn't received that I just wasn't going to be able to include. And this extra time that'll be a big part of the response to the summary judgment that would work well.
Okay. All right. So okay, so where we are is Mr. Gonzales, without any opposition from staff, I'm going to continue the hearing today. I'm not going to continue it to a date certain yet, but I'm going to wait to review the motion for summary judgment and your response, written response to it, and rule on that motion for summary judgment. And if I deny the motion for summary judgment, then I'm going to reset the hearing today to a date in the future. So does that all make sense, Mr. Gonzales?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So with that, I don't think there's really anything else for me to do today. But let me ask you, Mr. Gonzales, is there anything else that you'd like me to address today?
I guess maybe just one thing, Your Honor. In the response to the summary judgment, I can, if it's acceptable to you, I can write it coherently, but being pro se, if it's not exactly written in the format and font as the rule requires, is that okay?
We prefer you to comply with the rules, but the most important thing for you is to include all the information in your response and write as persuasively as you can. Okay. So I'm going to read it regardless of the font or anything like that. I'm going to read it for content. That's the primary, if not exclusive, thing that I focus on in reading and reviewing and analyzing the response and the motion, of course.
Okay. And providing once response is due, providing it to staff via email or PDF, that satisfies serving them the copy?
Well, I mean, we have specific rules for filing it and serving it on staff. I guess I would recommend, and if you e-file it, if you electronically file it and you've done it all correctly, staff will be served electronically through our e-filing system. I guess I can tell you it never hurts to follow up with your own email, sending it to staff to ensure that they have received it. That doesn't hurt. The key is for staff to get a copy of it when it's filed so that staff can review it as well.
Okay.
Okay. And we have folks at the commission who are, happy to help you to get your response properly filed with the commission. So just reach out to the folks at the commission if you experience any difficulty. Okay.
I will. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Cox, is there anything else that you'd like me to address here today?
No, nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay. Let me thank all of you, wish you all a happy holiday, and with that, we will be adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.